Hey guys, I'm up here with Ben at Classic Firearms. He's just about an hour and a half from me, and so it was 2 hours. And I wanted to come by because I am a huge fan of surplus and imported firearms. And so Ben, and this is the first time we've actually met, but if you haven't, you need to check out his YouTube channel. It is phenomenal. Crate openings especially. And so Ben, what do you guys specialize in? I mean, what is it exactly that, I know imported and surplus. But.
Well, thank you, Don. First of all, that's high praise coming from you because you kind of set the standard out there in YouTube land as far as firearms review and the following that you have. Your word has become gold. People trust you because you're legitimate, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
To answer your question, folks who follow us here at Classic Firearms know that we try to provide anything that goes bang, anything from surplus, old military surplus, to the most modern of all bolt action rifles and handguns and so forth. But our bread and butter historically has been surplus. It's kind of what we specialize in. If you're a surplus guy, you probably won't start at Classic Firearms first to find what you're looking for.
Right. Now, we recently did the James River M14.
Right.
What a fantastic rifle. And I think that came across on my review because it was beautiful. So they do carry a lot of different things, plus a lot of accessories. I saw a lot of different things back there, SP Tactical stocks,
yep.
And even the elusive Kel-Tec firearms are back there, and so it's
lots of ammunition
service
in stock for you, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So, if you can't find it here, folks, you don't need it.
So we're gonna take a look around. I'm gonna kind of give you just an idea of what, especially the surplus stuff, because I think that's a lot of fun. But we're looking forward to it. In fact, I'm up here. We're working on one of the Beretta 92s, which they have crates and crates of, and we're going to do a full review on that, shooting and testing it out, especially, and then you can come here and check out the different ones that they're offering.
Very good, Don. Well, again, it's a pleasure to have you with us. You've got the run of the place. Just treat it all like it's yours. Don't walk off with any of it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you. But otherwise, have at it.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, Ben. All right, guys, Ben's let me loose, so we're going to go through, and I'm going to show you some pretty cool stuff. I've already been kind of walking around some of the surplus firearms that they have, and Dylan's kind of like my camera guy. He's babysitting right now, but I tell you what, it's been, if you've ever been on the Classic Firearms YouTube channel, Dylan's always this guy that kind of moves the camera. So, Dylan, come over here. I want you to come over here. This is the face of Dylan right here. And he's going to take me around, and we're going to look at some of the firearms, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting. And guys, there are crates and crates of Beretta 92s in here. I mean, it's phenomenal. Dylan, what's the story behind this? I mean, they're coming from Italy, I know that, but...
Correct. So the way we understand it is, it's kind of like your Glock versus your M&Ps here. Different police forces have different models that they prefer. And whenever the Italian police force or military, whatever, what have you, decided they were going to be done with the 92S model, put them up for sale, and we found the importer and brought them in. I mean, look at them.
I mean, they look fantastic.
Absolutely.
I mean, they really do. Guys, to be honest with you, this has 0 marks at all. Even the throat of the barrel, I don't know that this one's even been fired. Of course, you get these early, you'll get the better models, and of course they do hand select and those kind of things, but there's some really nice pieces. If you don't care, you want some of the just good grades, they have those too, but this is beautiful. I think this is going to be my new one. Yeah, there's about 200 of these per crate, and there are crates behind this, there are crates over, I mean, there's a lot of crates.
Oh yeah.
A lot of guns. And guys, what's really cool is that these are 9mm, not 40 caliber. And we also have Beretta 92 mags. Look at that.
Yep. Those are the original 92S.
Yeah, these will be factory mags. So. All right, what do we got here? M57 Takarovs. Look at that. Those things are stacked. Now, guys, these are covered in cosmoline. Anything kind of cool about these in particular?
So something that is cool with these versus other M57s that we have, the safety is more like a Glock rather than on the frame or on the slide.
Oh wow, yeah, I see the trigger bar.
Exactly, because it has to have a safety to be able to be imported. So thinking outside the lines, the importer that we used with this one put a Glock style safety in there.
Now, I'll tell you what, guys, they are covered in cosmoline, so that's just the way it is. But That's pretty cool. A lot of times they'll kind of modify safety over here, and it's just ugly. But that's a kind of a cool design. All right, what have we got here? This looks interesting. Wow, look at this. The FEGs, these are Hungarian.
Yes.
And these are 32 ACP. Yeah, these are in various conditions, but 32 ACP, of course, very reminiscent of the PPK or the actual PP. Blowback action. So, but we got a few down here, so that's just hilarious, man.
You know, they just make a great little gun. Now you can lock and cock.
Well, you got light recoil, and you know, again, it's a proven design. It is a decocker, especially for those who, you know, the recoil sensitive. But really, just a cool piece of history more than anything.
Yep.
I mean, these surplus guns, and typically the price is right when they first come in, and then as they dry up, it goes up. I just like the crate. Now here I found this box of M57s and M70s. I mean, look at that. That is just incredible. I guess that's a nickel finish on this one, but most of them are in the blue finish. And Dylan, from what you said, these are like when you find problems, you just throw them into the box. And
as the pickers go through, if they see any issue missing the front sight or anything like that, they'll put them to the side and see if we can use them later, get parts off of them so we can send them out if need be, or sell them at a lower cost later.
Yeah, that's cool though. And came across some Bulgarian Makarovs, and from what I understand, you guys, they're different conditions. These are in just the good basic condition, but they are coming out with some select coming up. So
correct.
This is one of those pistols that they're there and then they're gone.
Yep.
They're there and then they're gone.
That's as that comes in waves.
Man, you never know what you're going to find. I mean, look at this. Nagant pistols with the holsters. Let's get a better look at this. Because Robbie said so. Here's a little bit better look at these. These are in pristine condition. So, Dylan, what is the story behind these? I mean, I know you're very limited quantity.
Very, very limited. We were actually had to take a bunch of other surplus to be able to get just 20 of these. Now, we're not exactly sure how we're going to be putting these on the website yet. Haven't figured out how to sell them yet. They'll be coming soon.
Well, you know, we were just talking about these originally when these were first coming into the country, and of course not necessarily this kind of condition.
Yeah.
But 59, 79, then they went up to 129, then they went up to 259. I'm telling you guys, and not necessarily with this one because these are now pretty much dried up, but a lot of these pistols we're showing, if you don't get them now while there's just surplus and there's a lot of them, the price will go up.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what do we got here? Let's check this out. Oh, man.
So these are CZ50s. They are CNR.
Oh, these are Curio and Relic. These are CNR qualified, so different kind of conditions, but the old traditional CZ. Now these are made in Czechoslovakia, and it says VZOR 50 caliber. But these are 32 ACP, aren't they?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. So you got an old CZ, and there's a lot of different ones here in different conditions, but wow, that is incredible. What we got, Dylan?
So CZ70s. These are the later model of the CZ50s we showed you earlier. And these are not CNR eligible.
Right, so the 50s are CNR eligible, and these are just standard.
Correct.
A lot of different conditions. They need to be cleaned up, but just a real classic little pistol. 32 ACP. Here we have some Polish P64s, and I mean, these are packed a little bit better. Each of them individually wrapped, so they're typically in good shape. I know one thing you need with these, if you're going to get one, is get a Wolf spring kit. It'll make your life a lot better. These are Makarovs, but made by the Polish, and great pistols. I have two of these. I love them. And here are some M70, CZ M70s. I'll tell you, these are neat little pistols, but definitely that Cosmoline is a pain, but worth the effort.
Those are actually Yugo M70s.
Ah, okay, so these are Yugoslavians.
Yep. Star BMs.
Okay. And the original boxes with the manual.
One mag.
Yeah. Just a little mini 1911 almost.
Yep.
Kind of design in tons of different. And I think there's some different type boxes too, aren't there?
They're all original, but for some reason some came in cardboard, some came in hard plastic, some came in clear.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, I like the original cardboard box. I think that really just makes that a super cool.
Yep.
And there are others and others. Man, if you're into surplus pistols or rifles, this is the place to be. And they have various rifles. One that really caught my eye were these Enfields. And you guys get a few of those in just batches, but
very, very small batches, and they go fairly quickly.
wow, I love the Enfield. What we have here, PPS 43.
Yes, sir.
And this is in the pistol form. Yeah, I've got one of these. I love it. 7.62 Tokarov.
Yes, sir.
And it's got the pinned.
Yeah, spot welded, foldable stock.
Yeah, and those are new manufacturer, aren't they?
They are.
Those are really cool.
Do very well for us.
But what's really cool is that they have surplus ammo. Now, I'll just warn you guys, by the time you see this video, this Tokarov ammunition may be gone, but because it comes in quantities, small quantities. So, there it is. Yeah, also they get crates of holsters. Isn't that crazy? And guide rods and different parts. So you just never know what you're going to come across. Here we go, Mosin pouches. Magazines. Oh, here we go. AK receipt blanks. All right, what have we got here?
Some AMD, I believe it's 65 parts kits, 65 or 63 parts kits.
And so these are getting harder and harder to get into the country. Got a few raindrop pattern, and when I say a few, I mean a whole bunch. Magazine pouches. AK bayonets, and more AK bayonets, wow. And more AK bayonets, as Ben pointed out. And oil bottles. Here's your oil bottles, Ben.
We got Makarovs just falling out on the floor. Literally.
Polish P64s. Man, these things, they're just great little shooting guns. And this is just a box full of them. All right, now you guys also carry new guns.
We certainly do.
So I see Taurus here, I see Keltec, Desert or Magnum Research, FN.
Correct.
And what other, I mean, the whole line pretty much from what I understand.
Exactly. We want to be your go-to shop for everything. Everything. Modern, surplus, you name it, we want to carry it.
Well, I know behind me, let's see, yeah, SP Tactical. I mean, all the different SP Tactical stocks, you know, so I'll tell you, it's like old world, new world comes together. It's really pretty cool. I mean, you have this beautiful packaging, and then you have a crate with like 500 guns just piled in there, so that's a pretty cool deal. All right, now this is the James River Armory.
M72B1. So it is built off of surplus parts kits with some new parts as well.
Right, to make them 922R compliant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's got the
That is
heavy
beautiful.
finned barrel.
Yeah, I
Something
saw those
original.
on the website. That is really cool. And the bipod. Awesome. All right, what the heck? Are these AR barrels?
They certainly are. So we have, I believe, somewhere 150, 180, somewhere around there, different types of barrel.
Wow.
We got pistol, 7.5 inch all the way up to 24 inch heavy barrels, fluted, parkerized, melonited, you name it, we've got it.
Wow, that is incredible. Makes me want to build an AR. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour of Classic Firearms. I mean, it is a treasure trove of imported and surplus guns, and also new guns and accessories. You name it, those guys carry it. And really appreciate Ben being such a gracious host, and also for Dylan taking me around and keeping me kind of focused, and also adding a lot of information about some of the things that we were seeing. There was a lot of things we didn't uncover, and a lot of things that we just didn't get on video. So it's just quite a bit. You know, their website is fantastic, so check it out. But one thing that you'll need to know is you can't just go up to Classic Firearms. They're not set up for the public, and this was just an invitation only kind of deal. But I figured it would give you a good glimpse into some of the scenes behind imported firearms. It was a lot of fun. And Ben did hook me up with a crate. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, Ben. Thanks for having me up here, too, buddy. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. If you've ever watched any of oh crap.
Can I burp for an outtake like you did?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I need that footage right there.
I shouldn't have done that.
Now we can't breathe. You got some gas masks? Or some plus gas masks? Come on up, Dylan.
See if I can. What? They tricked me.
With all the trash in the background.
They see me all the time. I know how that goes. So we look around here. A little Mexican style.
Hey, come back here.
Oh man, he caught me.